Thing that started. Yes, hello then folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm Pxy-VERSE and this is another... No, it just started again, so let's start again. Hello then folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm Pxy-VERSE and this is another session, another day of the Forge. And so here, let's start. Oh, no, I closed accidentally the soundtrack. Let's do it again. Okay. There we go, but here, so we start with this already. And today I finally, yes, we've got this stuff to do. I believe I might not be able to reach this one, maybe not this one, so they are in order. Okay, let's go here to the file finally. So as I was testing some, this is not good animation here. I was able to keyframe, but the lag-ish and some small issues in the controllers didn't really help me in getting anything good here. So yeah, concretely that didn't work. They're just playing with the rig anyway, the character. So I found, let's reset, no, accidentally, how do you switch that? I think it's tab, no, shift tab, no, control tab, alright. Okay, so I need to check the action, no, not the action, I need to check the bones. Maybe there are some, yeah, so show all. Hold on folks, just resetting this stuff. Alt H, select all, reset. Okay, it seems to be all reset, so let's pick just this one, isolate, there we go. So I found out what was wrong about when I rotated the head or whichever bone there, that sort of displaced everything inside the mouth. This was because I'm not sure if the way I did is correct, but it worked to fix that issue. So basically there was a mesh of the, yeah, let's hide the hair, let's hide, no, this is not hair, eyes, yes, just to simplify. So there was this thing, the muzzle ghost, right? And let's save a new file here folks. So this is 23, yeah, can be a BWB X. Nearly going to C in that alphabetic ordering. So here, this object, because it doesn't follow bone, its armature modifier is, yeah, it has an armature modifier, and it is not parented relations. Is wait, this is not correct. Is it possible that object and so no, this is not it doesn't need to be armature, but I wonder, yes, they got wave painting, so that's what matters. So there's got, so what I did here was that because this doesn't have bones, as I've created that later, I forgot to give it some sort of controller that would follow like the head bone. so it doesn't have bone of its own, so that's the reason. So what I did was just I wave paint that to the head, just because all this was like no wave paint here, maybe for the and actually, oh yes, okay, so because this melt interior here, this is just a zone of control. Actually, this was not even supposed, so at some point I'm gonna rethink this thing, but for now what it's doing, it is serving as a zone of control for shrink wrapping inside whatever is inside the mouth there, especially these bones here of the arcades. But now when I rotate the head, the mouth, this bone stays in place. The mesh there doesn't jiggle crazily, and yeah, so I can pose the head normal. So it was a simple problem, but it was caused by the fact that I had implemented this new stuff here, and yeah, it's very chaotic. Let's try to, because it doesn't need to be, there's some intersection there. It's not really important because this is either way it's invisible mesh, but it's not very interesting. So yeah, this is very messy anyway, so the important thing is that let's try just to reduce its oddity, its craziness. Alright, so that was the problem, so that I got fixed. I've checked already, so it's down there. Arcade's motion with mouth rig totally screwed up. Okay, then fix incorrect offsetting. So okay, this model sheet of cartoon mouth express, this is big stuff in terms of fundamental thing, inspiration. So I'm probably use grease pencil. Yeah, so this will be maybe tomorrow. Fixing correct offsetting of muzzle mesh when, okay, so maybe this thing, master mouth with shrink wrap bone getting, okay, so maybe I'll have to check the file there of the universal sonic mouth rig, but for now let's look at these bones. So I need the, where? Okay, I need the armature here. Okay, so here, so what was happening here is that these bones were not responding properly. No, now they are. Okay, so the same problem, the lack of control for that area when I posed these bones, the bone cheeks, so they got crazy because probably they also carry the forms of the, yeah, they carry the forms on this, on these two, so they move together, but this mesh of the muzzle of the face is shrink wrapping to the ghost muzzle there. And so because the wave painting were very incorrect, and this sort of, it didn't have stability, something like that, right? So once I fixed that, this stopped affecting, yeah, this this bone, because this bone is shrink wrapped. I can probably still affect, yeah, you see it is slightly moving. So let's make a test here. You see, so there is this interaction here because this moves this mesh, that moves that mesh, but also this moves both mesh actually simultaneously, but the face mesh here is shrink wrapped there. For some reason that doesn't cause any dependency cycle, dependency loop, and then at the same time, well, this bone, the mouth position bone or master mouth bone, whatever, it follows the, it is also, the bone itself is shrink wrapped to the muzzle, to the ghost muzzle, this one behind there. The can I lock this one? Yeah. So this solved. I suspected that would be the case, that it will be solved automatically. So 2 in 1. So basically I can erase this, but so it's not, yeah, the rig there is different, so it doesn't work. So it's to check even. So here, check, this is the apparently the new mouth interior of the muzzle ghost mesh wasn't restrained to the yeah, because I've noted this eventually in the future. Sometimes I have questions about my own process and I need answers. There won't be answers to that anywhere in the world, so it's good to have some backup of information somewhere. So I still need to investigate, clarify a little more this to the head bone, and got okay. This is similar problem happened with the and head bone rotated. The master mouth position bone oh, actually no, this is I told it wrong. This is the ghost muzzle mesh here. Got displaced. Okay, fix that. So yeah, so this actually so lack of stability, right? By wave painting that, for some reason this stopped having that amount of influence there, which would make this tremble. Alright, so let's go to the next. Fix muzzle deforms vertex. Oh yeah, this is the, it's the same idea here. Yeah, let's push down those things. Fix mesh exaggerated rotation of the side lips. So I need some energy to solve that one. This is basically what's happening. No, actually I know why this mesh, the texture, image texture returned to bad state. I didn't save the image texture, so maybe I should do it to visualize better, at least for the mouth and something on the face. It's not a permanent fix, it's just... It's not the ultimate fix to the image texture of the skin. So let's do something here. This time I won't forget to save, so it's... let's get some selections here, like that. Also these, maybe yeah, this mesh is very... The texture is very crazy here. So let's try to get something here. Doing more than I needed, yeah, so this... Bad habit, I shouldn't even be doing that, but since I've discovered why it is failing, let's fix this at once. So here, this is the masking. I could use the UV editing, no, texture paint. Yeah, there are some strange UVs there. Oh, this was actually... Okay, so something happens when I go to texture paint here, then I go back. No. Okay, this time I had no problem. So I kept having this viewport shade even going here. Maybe it was a bug, but now it seems okay. So I'm going to get this face selected. Can also get these ones. Control 9. Mask. I barely understand what the mask is, but that should work. So here I need the... why am I doing this one? I just don't remember what this, but what let's start this at once. So I need, I'll pick the from, I don't know, from here. Let's reduce the strength and just dissolve all this madness. I think this is wrong faces maybe. Yeah, this is annoying to have now, but let's fix this one. Oh yeah, those are were faces that weren't selected. It's just that. I'm using the stabilizer here, so this is why there's this short line that seems to appear behind the yeah, I'm destroying some of the process which I had, which is sad, but can probably rework that a little. I don't know what's happening there. This is why sometimes might be better just to yeah, there you go. So surrounding the eyes, maybe. Yeah, and then lots of crazy shit appear, so I don't know, I don't have control over those things, so let's oh, maybe this big, oh yes, the UVs, I know what happened. This is because I have been changing the topology, that's why, so I cannot have peace doing this. I'll have to re-unwrap this stuff, and so nothing. Yeah, so that's what's happened. So yeah, let's ignore this. So we are not going to fix this now. So yeah, and there is faces that were not selected. So this was a question of just, so at least I fixed some things in the mouth, around the mouth, which were, oh, there's still some. Sorry about the phone, some stupid calls that are nobody's call. Skipped calling, I'm not in front of it to take it. Okay, stop. No, it didn't. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Sorry folks. Oh no, this was not a call. I would have waited forever. This is just an alarm clock. That I not used to. It's just to tell that this here is would be 10 p.m. 10 o'clock p.m. Yeah. Not super late, but for me at this moment it's starting to get late. And okay, so let's go back here. Good textures for the skin here, just terrible UVs after this change. I'm not gonna, yeah, UV unwrap. I have done to reseam those stuff, right? So let's get something here. More work. I don't know, let's put it, the texture I think would be that. Oh no, there's already here. UV unwrap, yeah, I already have this thing done. I didn't realize this was the cause of this, so let's go back now to the layout, workspace. I'll be always seeing these horrible textures for now, but at least not here anymore. So we already see that there's some from the rest pose of the lips, right? That's something that is not very interesting is already happening. So this is the quest here. I need to investigate how can I improve this yeah, so I need the deaf lips, right? How can I improve that that joint, or if you can call that a joint? How to improve that connection, the lips corner? So as you can see, we have very nice expressions, a little caricatural, but they are sort of. I can relate to the 3D and this character design, so it's quite smooth shapes, sort of elegant shapes, so it's start to work, right? The bones, of course, I need to find. So I can split the lips so I can have either more rounded corners or more just from the lips, right? We don't need to. We can also position those in order to. Does this has a shrink wrap? Yes, but its shrink wrap it is at outside surface. You see, we still are getting. No, this is just an illusion. Alright, outside surface. While this one has got an outside, just as both outside. Alright, so what I can do instead with these bone folks, let's get them to get an outside surface, but they will also, so I cannot pull them. However, if I reduce this value slightly with Alt, you'll see that yes, so they are still affected by the shrink wrap outside, not. Oh, but then I can go inside. Is it possible? Yeah, this is. They don't move very well, so now this is a wrong input. So let's do just like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. They can go outside now if I want, which allows me to make some more crazy expression, although for the most part I wouldn't be doing what about... Yeah, just have a crazy idea here. Let's try the following, folks. Let's try first an outside. Yes, an outside at 100, then an outside surface. I cannot move it in or out, right? But if I reduce this one, it is still, it will be still shrink wrapped against the wall, so it cannot go inside, but it could go outside. Then the next one, in addition to that one, which set it's totally free outside but totally locked if it wants to, so it's still locked inside against going inside, but it probably can move. Yes, I can sort of move it outside with some effort. The problem is that this makes the posing a little... Yeah, it seems to make the posing of it a little strange. I'm not sure. It's a little hard to... Yeah, it's a bizarre construction, double shrink wrap. So, problem is that if I don't have it all the time, that will happen. While if I have this, it is much less prone to happen. And I still can sort of force it on some subtle expression. So this is an interesting setup, so let's get so this will be like shrink wrap outside, shrink wrap outside limit, outside constraint, yeah, restraint. So that's the qualification here. So I'm going to copy this to this. So copy selected constraints, just these two. I'm going to delete this one. These ones don't need because they are already bone constrained to they are the deformed bones, bone constraint and parent to their respective twig bones. Then I can probably just symmetrize everything. So these ones don't need this setup. They are better if they are more free. At least I haven't seen any big trouble with these ones. So let's make these ones bigger. Yeah, their location is very bad here too. Let's symmetrize these ones then. So yeah, so what's happening here that I want to fix is that I'm having this sort of high deforms there. I need to maybe reduce the wave painting, maybe change the arrangement of the geometry there, not the mesh topology. So let's get this. Yeah, so this is the tweak. No, sorry. This one tweak, this is the other tweak. Okay, symmetrize, there we go. So if I pick this tweak here, there you go, it has indeed. Alright, so let's see where the problem starts to arise. We see that is, yeah, then here with this amount of rotation, so their bones, let's pick all these and should I need others? Yeah, let's just leave these ones on. Let's work with this stuff. Then I'm gonna hide this object. I'm gonna have a specific collection here. Let's select this with seam. Oh, there's no seam here apparently, so let's fix this immediately. Mark seam. There we go. Hide that. No, just the faces. Let's hide everything there inside. About here, maybe this face loop. This and yeah, maybe that's good enough for now. This seems to be a lot of waves for this area here. It's not like a lot, but maybe I miscalculated, so maybe we need more waves to the bottom. And less to here, so yeah, it's not easy. So this bone, this extra splitter for the side lip, I've made it like after, so it's not like I'm already tired of doing this lips wave painting, so normal, right, as expected. Complicated stuff must be very precise, so because I was already tired, I just did something that wasn't very good, I guess. Let's reduce this here. Okay, I think that this improved the... No, still having... Yeah, because all these waves does a double deform there if there is... If they share too much the same waves, it just causes this kind of stuff. However, there's not much to do here, they are just too close, so let's... Maybe I should just not have as much waves here as I thought originally. And especially here, maybe I should reduce these ones. Because this is more job for the upper one. Maybe I can have some stuff here. Yeah, and so for the top one, I probably just don't need all these blended waves for this part. Yeah, especially not... Maybe reduce here. And all that, yeah, let's reduce all that. Maybe even this. Yeah. Yes, this looks much better. It's still problematic there. And here somewhat. I've hidden the... No, they are just... I'm just not able to select it. There we go. Okay, let's try to recreate the bad deform so we see... Ah, this one, okay. Should not share these waves here. It's too high. Yeah, maybe just these ones and that's it. So all this is a first pass, let's say like that. A first pass into this fixing, because later I'm going to address... Later, I don't know when, but I should make a revision at some point. The important thing is that this seems to, and yeah, this seems to be too much, so maybe I really need to... It looks too little, but actually that's... The impact it has on the mesh is really a lot. Maybe because of the way I want it to rotate. Okay, so for some reason it doesn't reset where I want. Oh, there we go. Okay, so something now is wrong that I... Not that this is totally incorrect, but it doesn't seem... Ah, wrong vertex group here, folks. Let's delete that. Yeah, I think maybe just gotta have a little more here. Yeah. Maybe this one would benefit from having just a little more here. Yeah, and it will be better if we check the what's going on with the texture. So we see strange behavior there. Yeah, so there's some. This is not particularly bad. But yeah, this wasn't happening. It's happening now. Let's continue trying to wave paint this. Ah, there we go. Just a small mistake here because there's this continuation is required and it requires some smoothing, and yeah, so this is what is confusing. So I can probably, maybe I can have very small waves here and like that. Okay, so maybe that. And as for this, let's do the same here. Oh, they are, yeah. Maybe reduce these waves here. I can still maintain this one. But in maintaining that, I will blur out everything there. So maybe that with this, yeah, something like that. Here that didn't work very well. It's like let's try again. Yeah, so it's like they still have this mesh that gets really maybe it's not so much about the wavefront, but the arrangement of this mesh topology, the mesh geometry. Maybe it's too close. But of course I have achieved interesting results by just reducing also there are more bones that I may be looking at. Maybe there are influence here which are not really wanted. Let's see. Best ways to get to the pose that is corrupted and see this actually helps, and this one actually helps too. So maybe these bones can have then, let's see, more influence. So yeah, maybe if these bones have had a little more influence in the corners, that might be better. Maybe the way to do that is just blurring a little more. Until I don't have vertex groups for these selections, I can have more of them. I'll not... Yeah, I'll just do this a little in a boring way. Not perfect, I mean, not needing... But that would be the way to go. Like having proper vertex group organized, but to make these vertex groups, there's something a bit paradoxical, is that in order to know the selections that I need to know the extent to which each lips deformed bone would go with their influence. I cannot know that without some understanding of wave painting, but also with some trial and error, right? So in the end, I think I got some improvements, or maybe not. But we saw at least there's a lot of things to be done that can be done to improve the okay, so this start to displace them too, so that's, I think that's acceptable. But this very difficult to have this pose, so this is not good. This totally requires some fixing. I cannot have more exaggerated posing, so this is yeah, so here you see very easy to be disrupted mouth on the closed mouth. So this is one little issue with this indeed. Okay, so the attempt of solving this with more improved wave paint failed, sort of. I couldn't so wave paint, then another one would be mesh geometry arrangement. So this is a bit complicated. just comparing the anatomic shape key. Okay, let's turn it off. Okay, let's see what we can achieve from this. Would it be the case to dissolve some mesh? No, this is... Yeah, I can make a test with that, right? So by like dissolve this is very dangerous, of course, but let's see what happens, right? Sometimes we have good surprise by doing very different things. So I'm spreading apart this mesh, besides the fact that I've dissolved. Yeah, for that one, let's leave it. Yeah, this is actually very bad. But what matters for us is the deforms. Well, we see that the fact that the mesh got pushed further apart sort of helps some crazy mesh intersection, but it doesn't fix the main problem. But it serves as it sort of improves. So this is a good point. So it's not necessarily about dissolving mesh. It's just that by dissolving mesh, it's harder to Oh, I forgot to save the texture. We are back with this stuff. Alright, I won't bother. Or should I bother? No, we'll ignore that. I can always use this. No, it doesn't help. I have to take off the texture, right? Okay, so first question, is this happening because of this contraption here? Let's copy that. No. Okay, the universal sonic note rig proposes this kind of thing here, but maybe this is not necessary. Maybe this is a mistake. Other mouth rigs also propose this. There are different approaches there. Let's try this. Nothing. Well, that made a difference. Maybe it simplifies, but I can't know if it's better, unfortunately. But for these others, seems exactly the same thing in terms of the roundness, and here in terms of the problems. Move it here, move it here. That's a bit terrible. Yeah, so it must be wave painting. Let's see, what if I push this closer to the lips? Okay, so what about that? Didn't seem to improve much. On the contrary. Of course, it's a combination of aspects. So the wave painting, there must be gradation on all directions, and so this is what is so hard about this stuff. When there is so much mesh, maybe this is why I need some sort of omnidirectional smoothing. Let's see if I can do something like that. Okay, so let's assume I have this terrible starting condition here, right? Okay, let's start smoothing this one and the other one, right? So can I have double smooth on two bones? I think there was something. Active group selected both bones. All right. Okay, let's see what I can do with that. Iterations. Aha. So interesting approach. Never did that. So omni smooth on all directions with some limited. Oh no, the mesh, yeah, it is expanding critically. So let's try again. Factor makes it, yeah, factor will contract. Okay, so we don't allow it to expand. All right, if I start to get here, start to expand. Okay, even a minimum, this is already expansion that I can augment here and get a lot of iterations. I can for some reason reduce this factor. That will create something. Okay, let's start with like 5 iterations, 3 iterations, and augment the factor of smoothing. Okay, that was aha. All right, so this seems good. Yeah, not solved everything, but this seems that it seems to have improved the what I had originally, because I gave a I started with a pose which was very bad, but now this happens. So no, this ended up not being that good. Only for the rotations it seems to have been made better. But hold on, maybe it's just because I need to do the same for all the other bones. Okay, so let's pick those things. Alright, and smooth on the same condition. Yeah, that's it. Maybe we can play with those iterations. Yeah, let's try that. So now, yeah, this still happens, so this is bad, but the rest seems to remain acceptable. Maybe for that it would be just a question to get more yeah, really don't know, but let's see what are their current waves. It seems that it is lacking some strain. Yeah, there's no negative things here, so there's no that will just create this artifact once again, besides expanding the yeah, so there's something about the corner indeed. Okay, let's turn it off. Isn't there anything else I can do procedurally? Maybe some set waves to fix a number of steps. Let's try this. No, this is not good. Limit total. There seems to be some sort of zero waves, clean waves thing, so no. Levels, yeah, there's still this one, so maybe this can help. Okay, it's sort of a blur expanding blur. Offset will tell how much this will. No, I have no idea what is offset. Value to add to waves. Oh wait, okay. And gain. Value to multiply. Okay, so this gives better gradation. Okay, so this is the expansion with gradation. That's nice. And this is the, it's like generic, this is more linear stuff. Okay, so in the end I still have complication here. This is also bad. Let's look at this state here. They're just hidden bones, cannot pose the way I want. Oh, by the way, I'm not using the atomic shape key. That will be better to investigate how good and bad this thing is. Yeah, so here is we have a critical problem still with the so it's very difficult to understand. So I went back in time before this change, because at least on here I can move this up. I don't have a too bad results. Of course, this suggests just that I need more waves from the corner to the top, right? Yeah, so there's just too little waves here. Let's improve this amount of waves. I can totally, yeah, maybe I was too conservative about this idea that no, just the corner here, and actually might have to use a lot more waves here. Yeah, so we could have this so these waves might be also not very well distributed. But this could, we could use the operator for that, but for now let's persist in this idea. So maybe I need to use this one. So let's get this one to expand like this. And maybe even here that should be feasible. So that these waves for the side lip bone on the top, they'll be really have influence on the upper muzzle. So it seems, yeah, now it works. So it works better, at least for, yeah, well, it worked for here I'm not sure, but for here it certainly is better. And now here maybe I just gonna separate this again. Maybe I just have too much waves here, and this can be smoothed out. Okay, I'm going to save this as the new version BY, and here, why not, yeah, because I had this idea, let's get, although the bottom part wasn't being too much affected by, it was no big deal here, this was most probably because of the geometry of the character design and the mouth and the lips and the rest position, so it's more prone to cause issues. for the top. So here it's unclear what I should be doing here. No, this seems I better have these waves here to compete. It's not very clear, but if it works, then let's leave it like that. Let's reset here. Let's pause this thing. Okay, so this pose seems fine. This is still not, I'd like to be more exaggerated, but it just doesn't work. We're still able to shape some nice expressions, but it's just that once this reaches together, it starts to create this all this stuff. And so this is probably because we have too much waves there. So what I can try here is just again try the procedural thing. On everything. Avoid any expansion. We can okay, let's try this. Then what is important here after this operation is to see if enough basic expressions how they are being shaped. This seems to have fixed the yes, sounds pleasing, sounds very more regular, and I can have this good. So good stuff apparently. And let's also enable the anatomic shape key. Here if I push this, probably I can. Let's also look at the arcades. Yes, there are still some little things that might be difficult to to adjust perfectly, so it's like I think rigging in organic rigging is sort of nightmarish like that. There are just two. This is not just drawing. This is like at the best 3D drawing. So it's too much things to take into account to get to perfection. It feels like perfection in drawing is much more adequate than in 3D. In 3D is too many things to be taken into account. So it's much more complicated. Not more complex, just more complicated too. Okay, so there's something about the teeth, the back, they are not working very fine, so that I'll need to adjust, but otherwise we are getting, yeah, so I can say that this is sort of solved these fixed, yeah, that arcade stone melt interior modeling vertex, so that will be the last thing, but now I think it's too late for me. So that which remains to fix is just the mouth interior thing. Just yeah, is the teeth and also the tongue, their positionings, their some improve the regularity of their meshes, and their shapes of course are not that great. The top arcades are fine, and also investigate the mess that is, yeah, the whole mess that is going on regarding the fact that this is like, it's not even put in respect to the, when I created this, like clipping, or what do you call it, yeah, so the but we wouldn't see those intersections, this mesh of the mouth interior. So yeah, basically I need to, let's just reread that. Arcade stone mouth interior modeling retakes, yeah, modeling retakes, and but set the pivot points are already solved by this process here, I guess, and this same here. So they are just rotating, following, or not exactly, yeah, it doesn't make an arc form, so this is maybe is not very beautiful motion, but it gives the expression, so that might be enough. If I wanted to have it moving in a curved, to have that done in these conditions, it might be, I'm not sure, that's why I haven't done it. It's like I need to we need some abstraction for that. Yeah, it's not about, it wouldn't be moved directly, maybe. So I would like, for example, rotate another bone, or it would be affected by a bone constraint. That would allow, but I don't have this, something like that. Currently it has just a shrink wrap, and let's see. Just curious here. Let's say I add a bone here. Move it like that. Let's say that this will be the bone that will define the rotation of the lower arcade, so it will have this positioning, okay, but it will need to rotate like an arc. The only thing that makes sense here yeah, the jaw. Yeah, that something like that would make sense. So let's say then they have this bone. Copy transforms. Local space in our local space before regional. It's not that, it's like custom space. It's not working. What has gone wrong here? Yeah, I'll have to look back at it's a the idea is it will follow this rotation, but I cannot find a way to reproduce what I did before. Something is missing. Um, to find that previous file, it will take some time. So that's just a detail indeed. So this is not actually I already have job bone, so I don't need this. And so I think that will be it, folks, for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see tomorrow. We'll continue that, and then I hope I'll be able to get this model shift finally, because this is yeah, this will be time consuming if I'm maybe I can go fast on that. Maybe it's not yeah, probably there's a chance this won't be too tiresome. Then I can go straight to that, get ready with the some prepare a lot of expressions in my mind. I should train before. So that's it, folks. Take care, happy blending, see you tomorrow on another time. That's it.